Fuck. Dude, I went over today. All I've fucking done for the last, I don't know, I guess 8 days is I couldn't really move too much and do too much after the surgery and the last pod and everything. So I just kind of took it easy, didn't do anything, didn't even go to the casino, didn't just kind of hung out and I think I texted you I put a couple of grandma bets that hit a couple of grandma parlays. But yeah, the last couple of days I've just been I got my energy back. I feel normal again. Shit's kind of stabilizing, my equilibrium, my fucking
I don't know if your vision's back though, because you saw you going down the road today, and I don't know if you had a couple drinky poos this morning, but you were fucking...
No, I just couldn't see shit.
It was all over the damn road, and then he gives me the finger. I'm like, fuck you too, bud.
No, I was trying to...
Took out the whole family.
I was trying to fucking dodge. There's a guy that pulled into Cody's that was in a lifted truck, and oh my god, did I give him...
I saw you up here.
I know, but did you hear that whole fucking little ordeal? This dude in a lifted truck was trying to make a right-hand turn into Cody's, and it's a lifted truck, so it's gonna take a while to fucking turn. But this dude just slowed his fucking merry self down on 50, where it's a 45. Yeah. I just made this fucking very gentle right turn. So I have a fucking 6-cylinder and it's Japanese, the least interesting truck for anybody around here. So I just laid on the fucking gas, so little Japanese.
Intimidating.
I'm sure the guy was laughing his ass off. What the fuck is this fucking idiot doing?
Ain't a damn Chevrolet.
I thought you would have seen that though. If anything, I didn't know it was swerving.
Nah, I saw you up this way. I was in the truck when you gave me the bird.
Would have showed you my bird.
Road rage talk. I had one yesterday morning in the Starbucks parking lot that this dude, I forget if he was pulling out or backing out, but I was clearly going by and he just kept going. He looked at me and was like, nah, fuck you stop, I'm backing out. And I just laid on the horn, gave him the middle finger, and went around him. And I'm in Tina's fucking Beamer, so I just look like a pretentious fucking twat. I'm like, yeah,
get Starbucks, cool. Look at me, man.
Well, he was in a fucking 01 Lincoln Town car with a Batman sticker on it.
That's even more, dude. Oh, the Batman sticker means you're not even that.
I'm just down with a fucking cool old Crown Vic style car. Obviously, yeah. It's I wasn't faulting for the car. It was a white town car with a white Batman vinyl sticker on the whole back window, and I was like, "You're gay, dude. You might be gay."
No, you're definitely fucking gay. Anytime you advertise that you like Marvel shit or any of the superhero stuff, the Punisher one is the gayest fucking one, because it's dudes that are tier 1 operators that do fucking rock that shit sometimes. But then you have pussies those Uvalde cops that all had the background on their phones as the Punisher, and people were tearing them apart. Yeah. They're you guys couldn't even fucking take out. Yeah, the one dude's unlocking his phone and they could see the Punisher with the red, the American flag where it's blue stripe,
yeah.
And it's you pussy, go get fucking shot if you're gonna fucking LARP like that.
I have one. It was my friend who's a chick that I hadn't seen in a while, and then she pulled up to my mom's house a couple years ago, and there was a giant Megatron. Her whole side of her little, it wasn't an SUV, it was a Toyota RAV4 or something like that, mini SUV.
Yeah,
it was fucking, the whole side of it was Optimus Prime or Megatron or something, and I didn't even know what it was. I was and it was her husband's car, and he had all these rucking stickers, which is you do those Tough Mudder events or whatever. He's a badass dude.
Go Ruck, yeah.
I fuck with her husband, but
you fucked her husband.
I sucked his ding.
You're so cool.
I thought this big logo, I was like, oh, is that a Tough Mudder logo? And she's like, no, that's Megatron. And I started fucking cracking up.
Pussy.
She's like, he really likes Transformers too. I'm like, oh. Can't win them all, babe.
No, sorry. You got to deal with that's fun being
and he wouldn't even care. He'd be like, fuck you, I like Transformers.
He's
fine, if you're rocking, you got a Star Wars tat, it's we all have our shit. I like Green Day and Mac Miller. It's just, it is what
we all wear our dorkiness on our sleeves, literally. Great. No, that actually, you jogged my memory. I can post the picture too. I can find it. There was I'm a notorious controller breaker when I play video games.
I've done a couple myself.
Yeah, and the last one was pretty, not catastrophic, but how you go for the cheapo, the used refurbished controller. It's classic fucking mistake.
They fuck up too.
They're 2 years, I think, is even the life expectancy on a controller, and it's these are covered in Cheeto dust that like they didn't even bother to like disassemble it and get like out of
They just put like one new. You can see like the new piece they replaced, and they just like put it back in this plastic bag.
This one was like legit still sticky from whatever it was.
Gross.
Yeah, so it was really fucking nasty, and I didn't like it, and like everything lagged on it, like it just didn't work correctly. So like I got annoyed at PUBG and fucking just smashed her to smithereens.
And it's one of those things where you're not going to take the time to drive back to GameStop to swap out this like $30 controller or whatever. Like it's like I'm just gonna smash it. Oh, you replace?
Oh hell yeah, the same day.
You smashed it?
Yeah, like within the hour. Yeah.
They told me before, like they were like, you want to buy insurance on this controller? The only thing it doesn't cover is if you smash the controller.
Oh no! I didn't do that. I didn't mean to try and go get it replaced. I just meant like go buy a new controller.
Oh no, I would.
Yeah.
100% would go buy one. I'm saying you're not gonna.
Try and like get the
hey,
fucking...
this controller doesn't work very well. Like it's like nah. Well, I'm that type of person. If I don't like something, I more than likely won't return it. I'll just
deal with it.
Use it until it like
breaks or whatever.
Yeah, like I got a vape juice. So I'm not like I like 3 out of the 4 flavors I got, and the one I'm not crazy about. But like they even said at the vape shop, like if you don't like any of those flavors, like come back and we'll swap it out. And like I'm not gonna drive back to EHT to swap out like a $15 jar of juice. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And like they hooked me up like 50% off because it was the first time. So I'm like, this bottle was basically free. Like I would feel like such a douche being like, I don't like this one. Could I please have another? Like,
yeah, like
dude, fuck off. Even at a restaurant, if I don't like a meal, I just fucking eat it. Like I don't think I've ever sent anything back to the kitchen. Like I've had a quesadilla burger at Applebee's be like raw, and I was just like,
fuck it.
I'd rather get food poisoning than have this uncomfortable exchange. Like,
well, dude, like we can go back to we could stop. Like
circle back.
Yeah, circle back. Just because it's just funny. Just like you listen to Matt and Shane now, so you know like the era of Lemaire being the black nerd on the podcast.
Well, he's back.
Well, yeah,
they rehired him.
They rehired him, but like they fired him because he put an episode up with like he was like sleeping or something and lost the audio or like I don't know what happened exactly. They explained
how hard could their production be? They have one camera like us.
Yeah, it's the same setup. It's literally the same recorder too, and they have someone producing it too, riding the mic.
Yeah, so like, what does he do? Just hangs out,
just sits there. Yeah,
comments.
Gardini. Yeah, I like him.
Gardug.
Yeah, he there was a fucking roast off or whatever where it was him and another comic. Fuck, we're getting so off topic.
That's fine.
Him and someone else doing it. He had a Holocaust joke that fucking killed me, but he's like the other guy was a Jew, and it was like they have to say positive things about Adolf Hitler, and he made a fucking joke about it that was so goddamn funny, and he was like. The other guy just rambled, and then this deadpan like something Hitler, and like the crowd goes fucking wild, and it's like I liked it because of your word economy, and that was like what Big J said to him. I was like, yeah, that's fucking hilarious. He's really fucking good. He's completely deadpan too, like the way he talks on the podcast is just like that. Yeah, there's like one episode where he's talking about how his dad complains that he mumbles on the phone, and they're like breaking his balls about it.
Dude, I saw your dad this morning at Village Kitchen.
No shit.
And someone else was like, "Hey Joe, how you doing?" Like. I've always known him as Jay. I don't know if there's a Joe Jay difference or what.
I mean, he goes by Jay in close friend circles. Just because when he was a kid, they called him JJ because Jay Jr.
Oh, so should I have not have called him Jay?
No, you can call him Jay.
Because someone called him Joe, but I've always heard you call him Jay, and I was confused. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, Jay?" And he like looked over at me. He was like, "Hey," but the look he gave me was like, "I have no fucking idea who you are." And I just was like, I didn't feel like being like, "I'm Jake. I'm Joe's friend." So
I co-host your son's podcast.
Like, I'm the guy who always comes over and makes your house smell like a fucking skunk.
Makes my house smell like shit. You take a dump at my house, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, he obviously knows who I am, but someone else was calling him over. He was walking over to that person, and then he's like walking by, and I didn't want to be rude and like not say hi because I was just like, "Hey Jay, what's going on?" He was like, "Hey, what's up?" But like the face was just like blank stare, like who the fuck is this guy?
He was coming out of CrossFit, so he was like probably in the zone. He's like that too. He comes home like 1 or 2 days a week when he comes home from CrossFit. He's just absolutely jazzed, and he's like yelling and singing, and I'm like, dude, like I just woke up, calm down.
Nah, he was chilling.
Yeah,
he was in his little workout fit.
He was tired today too. But okay, so back to the first topic. When I returned the controller, when I went and bought the new controller, first off, feel like an idiot because I only saved $10 on the original one. So it was like the tank of gas in my truck was exactly what I saved on having to make this trip twice and buying the controller again.
This is PS3 or 4?
PS4, yeah. So I got another PS4 controller, new this time. And while I'm walking out, I could just hear the like hardest core gangster trap music blaring from somebody's. Yeah, I kind of thought it was you for a sec. I was like, I'm looking for the fucking
little baby.
Like, yeah, like
I did it for the streets, Joe.
Dude, like whoever he's listening to is just like some thug shit where all you hear is that like boom. Yeah, like just like so all that is like, and I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? I'm doing a quick scan of the parking lot. I don't see any like, used Mercuries, like a fucking Lincoln Continental where this should be
Chrysler 300.
Yeah, like somewhere where this should like realistically be coming.
Someone's baby mama's Nissan Altima.
It's coming out of a tan, and as they call it in the car business, old man tan. So it's like that exact. My Cobalt was that color.
Yeah,
old man tan.
Baby.
It's one of those, a fucking Buick LeSabre. And
that is a low key hood rat car.
And
old Buick.
I was gonna say yeah the Pontiacs too, like the old Pontiac, whatever the one before they made them start looking more modern. My grandfather, it looks exactly like a LeSabre. But anyway, guys in one of those, old man tan. And then now I'm starting to notice things that it is a 20 to 30-year-old black gentleman who's sitting in his old man tan Buick LeSabre, and he has custom vinyl cut decals of anime characters all over his car. So I found like,
how are you that hood in your fucking
dude? Hood rats love, nicely done, stupid. Hood rats love anime. But like the fucking the best part was that I don't even know if this is gonna connect with you. Do you know Legend of Zelda?
I know. I played Zelda on like
do you know
N64
the
or whatever.
Triforce? Do you know what that is?
Nah, I literally played like the original Zelda.
Okay, it's
at
like
my aunt's house when I was a kid.
It's a triangle that is comprised of 3 smaller triangles, and it got notoriety back in 2007, 2008 when there was a feature added to 4chan where you were able to put a prompt, like a script in.
Yeah.
And it would create a Triforce, like the image of 3 triangles comprising one. It was called Triforce. And if you did it wrong, it would like be off, and it was like new fags can't Triforce. It was like a whole thing, but it got completely adopted by like the nerd community in general, like not even just the black nerd community.
I think I've seen that logo.
Yeah, like it's like people get it tattooed on themselves. There's like somewhere it's got like an eagle in it. Like people go ham with that. It's the equivalent of this, but for Zelda. Like,
yeah.
So
Zelda's a fun game. I had fun with
this
that.
black dude is just jamming out to fucking like Lil Baby or whoever the fuck, like you said.
Future.
Yeah, someone in his car just looking hard as fuck. And I walk over to go to my car, and past him on the driver's side door, he has a hand cut. It doesn't look like he ordered this. It looks like he got like black fucking vinyl paper, sticky paper from like Michael's, and cut it out himself and put it on the driver's side door. I fucking turned blue from laughing at my truck. It's the Triforce. You just had it on the driver's side door, like this is the captain's seat. Like that's
pretty cool.
No, it was so fucking dumb. I was laughing.
How old do you think this guy was?
I was like 20 to 25, or excuse me, like 25 to 30.
Seems like a younger 20s.
Yeah, like dude, absolute like black nerd, just fucking raging to fucking hood rat rap music. It was killing me, man.
You still rock stickers all over your car. As I got older,
Yeah.
I completely moved away from that. My Camry when I was like 18, it was covered in like Flyers magnets and fucking USA Hockey and like just dumb bumper stickers and shit. And then like I don't know. Now I hate that. Like I don't think you should have any stickers on your car.
The running joke is that Tacobas are held together with stickers, but
yeah.
like and Wranglers too. But like I agree, it kind of looks trashy.
And I'm not even saying like if you want to put stickers on your car, do what the fuck you want. But it's just like I feel like if you're like 35 with a family, you don't need to be like, I love my border collie. Like, no one gives a fuck. Like, just fuck off. Like, I don't need to see your little stick figure fucking kids or like fucking, I support local police. Like, I don't care about any of your views. Coexist, any of them. They all stink. The only acceptable one's the one on my grandpa's truck. It's like, yes, this is my pickup truck. No, I will not help you move.
Whip them out Wednesday. What about those?
Okay, that works. I'm cool with that.
I was actually, when I was in Germany.
Or if you had a Stewart's Handyman.
Service,
then,
yeah, absolutely.
We would support those bumper stickers.
Or Can Man, maybe? Can Man or Blacktooth. Blacktooth, your car's getting broken into.
Blacktooth is just some dude peeing on your fucking bumper.
It's just some guy trying to fill your gas tank with urine.
I want to know, like, the Starbucks worker at the Summers Point one that, like, sees this sticker about once a week, and they're probably like, who the fuck is this? But I've
probably figured it out.
No, I've worn the hoodie in there a bunch of times. They probably have put 2 and 2 together, but, like, they have to, like, put this on like one time. They probably put it on. They're like, this sucks. Like,
Starbucks is awful coffee. You guys are all overpaid degenerates. You just quit getting tattoos. Get your fucking shit together. Go back to school.
I'm not even talking shit on the work.
I am. Fuck you. Get a real job.
Take this to a place I didn't want it to go. I just chuckled at the fact it's probably some like 30-year-old chick just trying to like work and like pay her rent.
Support
and she's
Jade
like,
and her king.
Let me fucking. Jesus Christ. Let me just clean the
No hymen, no diamond.
Let me just. Jesus fucking Christ. Instagram. Banned from Instagram. Just link to my personal account. It's gonna get both my accounts fucking banned.
For being derogatory towards women, single moms.
She's like, let me clean the bathroom before I clock out. And she's like, this fucking sticker again. Let me check it out. And it's just us being like, I jerked off at work. Jesus Christ, these guys are really trying, but fuck off. Stop putting these stickers in my bathroom.
I just
but then they linger other places.
Yeah.
Acme doesn't care. They're like, yo, you want to use our urinal for free advertising? Dude? No one here cares about anything.
You're gonna have the balls to stick your fucking filthy hands into a urinal at a Flyers game. Dude, there's no way that one. I put one up at the Flyers game. I was so drunk.
Gone. It was gone that night.
Easily. Like, I completely forgot to snap a photo of it, too. And I was in there. I was like,
just instead of paying for ads on those, like, bus stop metal things, we should just go rogue and get like giant stickers and just stick them on there. We should free advertising.
We should figure out. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Or like stop signs or something like that. Guerrilla marketing. Stop.
That would probably get us in trouble.
A lot of trouble. Easily.
Sticker in the toilet. Might let
That's
that go.
cheeky fun. No, like breaking into people's houses and
covering their television, covering people's windshields with big decals.
There's this YouTube channel called Stop a Douchebag where their whole thing is like if they catch you parking on the sidewalk, they have these big circular stickers that they put over the driver's side windshield. I've said I have that shirt. That's what that is. It's that big round in all Russian.
There's another one where it's like cart police or something.
Cart Narcs. I love that guy. We've talked about him on here. He fucking rules. Agent fucking Sebastian is the guy's name. He's on Woody Show all the time, or the Woody Show, whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah,
quick aside into investing into the podcast. I was gonna ask, like, I was watching some random. It was called The Residential at Mandalay Bay in Vegas. Okay. I don't know who the hosts are, but they had NASCAR fucking champion legend Kyle Busch. Hate him or love him. He's won I think the winningest racer of all time. I hated him when I was a NASCAR fan, but it was an interesting fucking 2 hours.
He's the Jeff Gordon of our generation, honestly. Like it's just he's so good.
He's better. He has more wins.
Yeah, he's like so good that people just hate him to hate him. Like I mean, because Jeff Gordon was like fucking untouchable.
I know he's not the winningest, but he holds the single season record or something, and he has I don't fucking know.
And the podcast
either way,
is over.
He's a very hated dude, so it was like interesting to listen to like him be like, fuck you, I like to win, like type shit. But either way, I was listening to this podcast and they had like the professional setup where they're, they have multiple cameras. There'd be one facing me, one facing you, and then I guess I don't know if they do it in post or while they're filming. There's someone switching back and forth.
Yeah, that's
do you do that live? Or
yeah, it's in the Nadav.
You do that live though.
So you have one dude running the audio mixing board, and then you have one dude doing the video switching board, which is like.
It's just you sitting here with a switch, like
I mean, it's back and forth. You could do it off
your hand.
You could do it off your phone and switch on to porno. Like just have porno playing on a monitor somewhere. And we're banned.
Yeah. No, I was just curious, like how much. I wanted to spend money and like make this because if we had like a professional look, I feel like that garners more online attention. If we're like in something that looks like an actual studio, and it could literally be like. Green screen or just like facade.
Yeah.
But like have like a cool logo and like some lights.
I mean, if you want a green screen, we can get a green screen and just put us wherever.
Green screen might be ghetto, but I'm saying like make it actually look like a real fucking studio.
Well, what I was thinking about...
I don't know where we would do that. Maybe over there or fucking in my fucking...
Jay's got an extra spot in his office. We could fucking actually like rig up a studio in there. I was talking to him about the fucking bodega. He actually seems enthusiastic about the idea of us having a business front where we just charge a membership for all our dumb friends to come watch fucking us record a podcast.
No one would come watch that. It would be like B-Shep.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, you guys are gay. This sucks.
Just put a window up and have him like in the back. He's making faces the whole time like Good Morning America.
Yeah, I guess my main thing was like, I wonder how much it would cost because we could do it really anywhere. It's just what even goes into like you just have to have that weird phony like news anchor table looking thing.
All you do is you get...
I want to do the opposite of like Matt and Shane's where they have like a Lifetime table and like a flag in the background. It's just like one camera. Like
you're not very far into it, are you? You haven't got to the new stuff. They were adopting our thing where they're just wherever they are.
They're totally just in like a living room. But I'm saying like for a while they just had that flag backdrop. Yeah. And, like or now they just have a camera in the corner and it's them sitting in like Shane's living room or Matt's. It was Shane's parents' basement last week or something. Which I like that because they obviously can make money. Yeah. Just doing that, but we're not famous or talented, so I was like, maybe if we fucking pump some production value into this, it might.
No, absolutely not.
It won't, but it would be fun and it would look cool.
What I was thinking about doing, and I told you this like 2 years ago, you don't even need to get a switching board. You can get they're satellite cameras and they run through your phone. So I'd sit here and there's 3 buttons on there and then a little screen that shows what the camera's seeing. that would record to a hard drive, and then that I would have rigged up to record to the same hard drive. So they wouldn't be recording they're recording simultaneously, but they wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be like I just drag and click. I'd still have to do what I have to do to edit it, but they would all go to one place. And theoretically, if you put a hub that there's like a live like little adapter thing that you can put on there where that'll hook up to my computer. I hook that up to YouTube. I just like got the approval actually to do it. Like, it's weird you're mentioning all of this because it's like I just looked up how to do all of this.
Word.
But yeah, what I was looking at, the camera setup's like $1,000, and then the little switching piece is like $60 on Amazon.
And now, do you have to switch live? Like, do you think that's going to distract you
probably
while recording? Like, can you do it in post, or does it become very?
What you probably can do is have it set up so that when
it goes off voice like Google.
Yeah, like kind of like Zoom does, where it like makes you big or whatever. But what I'd be able to do is if it's switching live, like from that, I would just set this and forget it. If anything, though, like when you're talking, like I just pick it up and put it on you, and then when I want to talk,
I feel like that would get
distracting.
It'd be like me fucking
on your phone the whole time.
Yeah, it's just like it would be like you could pull it off totally, but I feel like you're better just with no distractions at all.
I'm not good at this at all.
Neither of us are, but I was just like, I want to put like $1,000 into like
get the camera. We can get the cameras and make that happen. That's like not a bad idea.
And then it's even having, I don't know how to make this look more official, like because I guess the podcasts that look official, it looks like a TV setup or something, or it's like a Joe Rogan style, or it's like a big table. Like Dale Earnhardt Jr. has one. It's like this big wooden table, and they have cameras set up all around.
So what you just want is like us to have a more presentable aesthetic, so it doesn't look like we're recording in my upstairs.
Our parents' house.
Yeah, like
because we either record in my mom's living room or your dad's loft. So.
I'm telling you, we should just bring it on the road. Like go to random places, and I'm saying go the opposite direction, where it's like this could just pop up in anybody's backyard. Like I think that's
gay.
I think it's better.
Nah, I meant like something that looks like Two Bears One Cave studio.
Fuck
I don't know how you fucking
LA faggots.
They're in Texas now.
No, they're not. They're still in Podcastville.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
They're in Texas.
They're
they
in
record
Podcastville.
Bert Flies to Tom's.
What? That's ridiculous.
Tom moved to fucking
I know he moved to Texas.
Austin.
I thought that they were
Bert
like
goes to Tom to record.
I thought
Two
they were
Bears.
still in Podcastville.
YMH is completely based in Austin, Texas now.
They got the same studio and shit though, don't they?
It looks
similar.
They just
I
duplicated it. They probably just unpacked it up and moved it down to fucking Texas.
This shows how much
it's just a table and some fucking wallpaper, dude. That's why I was just. I don't know what to put in front of us to make us like what looks professional, because some podcasts just have like something like this, and then other ones have that weird like news anchory style with like lights. Like I don't know what we could just look into. Like even if we just worked with the white here and got some like white fucking facade bullshit that made it look like it was something.
No, let's just light shit on fire.
And then like
every episode.
Have like a BLACKTOOTH neon behind us and like
so
that.
Gay.
All right,
so
dude,
gay.
I'll go fuck myself.
No, I don't think it's go fuck yourself. I don't understand what that would, because like it's. Okay.
It wouldn't do anything. It's just more visually pleasing, and like if we're banging the shorts, like if you see this podcast, it looks like they put some money into it. You might
can't figure out those things to save
Jesus Christ, Joe, you need to fucking.
We need to hire a Zoomer. That's what we need.
You need to hire me to fucking go on the YouTube on my phone, and you can just upload them. Are you trying to do it on the computer?
No, you can't do it on the computer. You actually can't.
So why can't you upload shorts?
Dude,
I uploaded like 10 shorts to my DoorDash channel.
Did you make them like edit and like cuts and like all the fucking transitions and shit? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. Because that'll look way more professional. It's like I can't figure out how to get that shit.
No,
to work,
I just would do a straight video and then upload it to shorts. Like, just do that.
But that's okay.
Can you edit a clip and then upload it to shorts? Because then it's an iMovie format.
No, like this is literally what like. So the reason that we're setting so close today is because I want it to be able, like, when I pulled from that, it'll be all in one frame. So like this is my personal account. Let's say I wanted to make actually wait a minute, no, let's just go on the BLACKTOOTH because it'll actually show you how this. All right,
we're trying to pump the fucking numbers, people. So just stand by.
Here you go. All right, let's say from the last episode, I wanted to make 673 views.
I'm not saying make it right on YouTube.
No. But that's the only way you can. Like, you can only, if you want to take a clip from this, the only way I can do this is be logged into BLACKTOOTH, edit into a short.
No, you can screen record.
Yeah, but you can't move it around. Regardless of if you upload it, it's still going to be 15 seconds of the same thing. Like, it's prohibitive as fuck. Like, it's really retarded. You gotta, what they want you to do is do it on TikTok and then re-upload it onto yours.
YouTube definitely doesn't want you to do that.
Yes, they do.
They don't work with TikTok.
No, they don't work with TikTok. They're getting free like content off of people that are like too lazy to download.
People are just screen recording it.
Yeah, and then re-uploading it onto YouTube because YouTube doesn't care where it comes from. It's content that's motivating their platform. And I'm telling you, it's fucked. Like, go ahead. Like, you can like. I'll give you the login. You can go ahead and play around with it. I'm telling you, that fucking shit is broken.
I don't understand the problem.
Okay, so
just take a fucking clip and upload it. Like, it doesn't have to be
like right there, like where I did that, where I'm just off to the side because it's like that looks retarded.
So because it's this.
Yeah, I think if we're able to move the make it bounce between the two of us in the shorts, that would look far more professional. But like,
isn't that like a 2-camera setup?
No, it's a 1-camera setup. It's like I've seen it with Matt and Shane's where the camera bounces around between.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, YouTube is like they want you to edit it on TikTok because TikTok has.
But if it was recorded in this format and I screen recorded it off the live. And since it's...
Okay, no, because like we could still just use that, and then I could just screen record the podcast from my phone. What I'm saying is like
I know what you're saying to edit it, and you want it to bounce back and forth, but to fucking like circumnavigate not being able to do that, hypothetically, we would both be on the screen in what is this, portrait or landscape?
No, that's portrait.
Yeah. So is that the issue? Because when it's being recorded, it's kind of wide, and then when you put it in that format, it's only showing like half of your face and none of my face.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
if I just screen grabbed what I thought was funny off of these lives.
No, I mean this is the same framing too. I have it set up so that framing and this framing are like pretty much the same thing.
I don't understand the issue.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board.
Just don't do the gay editing and just upload them raw.
Like I don't know what. Okay, so there is no editing. It's like if I wanted to make. Okay, so we were framed tighter yesterday. The last time, so we're gonna remix, edit in shorts, so it's gonna get you to this gay shit. It literally caps you at 15 seconds. I have no fucking idea how people are getting them longer than 15 seconds, but like like you can move this, but it won't let you go like back and forth or anything. It's like you're capped at that. So like this is the 15 seconds you want. Cool.
I've never uploaded a short off of an original video. I've always just uploaded a clip that I just recorded and then just uploaded it to shorts.
That's even more fucking convoluted. I
had no problems. It did it automatically. I'm not saying I was trying to upload shorts. It's just like I had a 40-second rant complaining about a DoorDash customer. I uploaded to YouTube and it like automatically was a short and it had it as like a reel.
Yeah, so like remember
my
that
whole channel is shorts.
Remember that like 45-second one that I uploaded? I uploaded that as a short to post it as a video. Like YouTube is broken and it's like they're fucking retarded.
I think it's operator error, Joe.
No, absolutely not operator error. I uploaded it as a fucking short.
I need to figure this shit out. I'll give you the TikTok login. You can upload it there, then send it back to YouTube because that's what YouTube and TikTok wants.
Dude, actually, it's kind of fun.
I ain't using that TikTok. It's Chinese.
No, it's fun. It's really sad, actually. I was going to say it's like ironic. Do you want to hit on this?
Sure.
Mark, he's got like 20,000 viewers. Remember, like he was saying, like he just, like, dude, they're about to make TikTok illegal. It's illegal on all government devices now. And
did you see the thing where it's like the people trying to fucking ban it?
No, what's going on with that?
Every politician that spoke out.
It's not treat stupid.
It's my keys. Every politician, not every, but they had like 7 examples of politicians that were actively speaking out against TikTok and that it should be banned. And they all owned large shares in Meta and fucking Google or whatever. I
didn't hear what they owned. I did hear that it was like they had like a vested interest in seeing
massive shares in TikTok's competitors. It was like YouTube and Meta or something like that. Meta is Facebook. The metaverse.
You see all of the people that were fucking there was a company that laid a bunch of people off and the one dude, like Google was one of them, but it was like a third party that like Google worked for, and the guy was saying that like chatbot GT, like whatever iteration it's at now, I think it's like on 4 or 5, people are using it and like they're actually like figuring out ways to kind of like I guess like it has like certain sensibility things built into it, or like certain things where it won't like really give you a like a straight answer because it knows that like what you're asking it is like going to end up being like insensitive or like racist, or like specifically the ones that I've seen have been like people questioning the Holocaust or questioning the slave trade. Both of those things, it just shuts down. But like people are like figuring out like how to like, you know, circumvent that and get around all these like kind of built-in fail-safe sensors. So some dude posted, he was like, yeah, Google farmed my company out. They bought my company like 6 years ago, so I'm an employee of Google. This chatbot GT shit is like, it's the worst thing. You think that like if you have a job where you think like manual labor, it's like I'm insulated. Like I don't have like who's gonna build a building? Like, you know, who's gonna mix the cement? Who's gonna do that? It's like apparently where chatbot GPT or whatever it is like right now is like 2 clicks, like 2 springboard steps away from like nearly full automation on like so many things that it's almost like the guy's like, if we don't like kind of pump the brakes on this right now, like everyone's going to be out of a job. I mean, I'm kind of for it too. I want to see robots start cooking food.
So in the short run, this is a fun topic. In the short run, like, yes, everyone's going to be like, oh, they took my robot took my job. I got no way to feed my family. But in the long run, as far as humanity's concerned, I don't think human beings should be spending 40 hours a week doing mundane tasks for
Agreed.
pennies. It's like, it could lead to a more utopian, it wouldn't. The world will never be a utopian society, but I'm saying, in a perfect world, it's like, just I don't know if it's give people enough money to live or if it's just cancel money altogether and just go back to like barter and fucking like you shouldn't, if you want to work, sure, do your thing, but I don't think you should have to fucking, if we have the technology capable of doing these menial tasks, I don't think people should feel bad about not being able to do that anymore. It's how am I going to provide for my family? It's like, well, we'll give you $2,000 a month, go do whatever you want. Like, we live in such a world where like everyone's just like work. Like it's like, that might sound like a douche, but it's like fucking, what would you do if you weren't at your job? Like there's got to be people like, I don't know what I would do with all my free time. It's like, really? So you want to fucking lay tile all day? That's what you're passionate about? Like, you know what I mean? And I have a hard time believing that most people are passionate about like, you know, their office. Like I sell insurance. It's like, you should fucking kill yourself. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Like, people would be like, oh, no, I can't fucking... The robot that checks inventory at ShopRite. It's like, that's going to take jobs from people. It's like, do you really want to work at ShopRite for the rest of your fucking life? Like,
you shouldn't.
It's no shade on people who work at ShopRite. I worked at ShopRite. Just like, I get where people are saying, like, it's going to take jobs from people. It's like, but maybe people shouldn't be doing those jobs. Like,
well, that's another thing, too. It's more like...
What about the money?
Well, no,
like, it's a deeper issue than just, like, pay stubs and fucking rent. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to solve it by any means, but it's just, like, I think it will hurt people, but it's progress in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Well... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't agree that it's progress in the right direction just because I'm Ted Kaczynski as fuck and I don't like technology. But that's like what you're saying, though. I agree with. Like, I agree that it's like, yeah, there's it should alleviate it. It's going to take pressure off of people that are doing jobs that are both either outright dangerous or like not even demeaning. But I mean, like, there's going to be things that
there's tons of jobs that used to exist that don't exist anymore. It's just the way that fucking are cashiers in demand anymore? No, it's a fucking computer that you just go do it yourself. And like, do you really want to go to a cashier? Like, I fucking don't. Like, I prefer self-checkout. You know what I mean? There's just jobs that become assimilated because... And it's like, oh, people could be working as cashiers. It's like, what a fucking horrible life to fucking just, like, aspire to be a cashier forever just to pay your bills.
Aspires to be a cashier.
No, but it's just like, go do something else. It's like, if this job doesn't exist anymore, we'll find another way to make money. You can't be like reliant on your employer for like. No, you have to have a plan B, C, and D.
That's actually where I was like hoping that you would end up with this because I was like, yeah, like because you kind of like hinted at it with you like, well, what are you going to do otherwise? Like, there's no passion in like laying tile. Like, no, you're absolutely right about that because like I have no passion for cooking, but I'm just good at it. Like, I know that's how
it's when me with dumping trash cans.
Yeah, it's like
I'm a fucking pro, dude.
I'm a fucking savant, man. But yeah, like
industrial waste removal engineer, technician.
But like you're right. Like, no, if you have like no passion for what you do and like it's just grinding, you're just spinning your wheels at that point. You're not doing anything that's moving you further. You're uninspired. You want nothing to do.
You're just a number collecting numbers to pay your numbers every month. Well, just like this hamster wheel of death.
Well, like what I mean, like where I kind of was like hoping that like this would end up was that like the chatbot GPT it offers like a solution, but it also offers like I think. Do you think it like offers solutions in the sense that you'll end up having more free time, or do you think that by automating a lot more that there's going to be
consumerism and fucking
no? You think it's going to just become more broken because like none of our technology is really perfected like to a point where I feel comfortable enough relying on it entirely, which is why I'm like very.
I would never get in like a self-driving car,
dude. Exactly. So like I kind of have this like fear of like that. Like okay, we're going to get to a point of automation, but it's like okay, the car I'm in is driving
murdering people by accident.
Like
should have just had Bill still fucking running this forklift.
That's kind of where that like. So I think that it's gonna give us like a lot of like free time to like explore
There'll
shit.
be
But
some
it's also
bugs.
good. But it's
There'll be some bugs.
like so the one that got me was that the guy like inspired like a lot of people to chime in. I don't even know where it was. I might have read this on 4chan. I might have read this like on like World Star like in the comments or something like that. But I forget where it was. But people were kind of like springboarding off that. They're like, oh yeah, like so think about this like bureaucrats are going to have access to chatbot GBT. So like the people that run the post office and like people that like make bills and lobby for like laws to be made and shit are going to have be playing with this. And it's like that's something that terrifies me because it's like, yeah, come on, like run the simulation on like if we released another COVID, like how many deaths there would be. And, that's a far-fetched thing. They just caught the British whatever the UK's health minister guy on a WhatsApp. Like he thought he was like end-to-end encrypted.
App.
Yeah, and he was like saying like we can release another stronger one. It's like what the fuck? He was like, and I'm like, imagine like even if he's saying
how
that's
do they catch
sarcastic,
people on those encrypted apps?
if they're not encrypted, like
It's just a complete farce.
It absolutely is. And apparently they're going to outlaw those next too. They want to outlaw VPNs. They're trying to get rid of Snap.
Well, doesn't Zuckerberg use like Signal or something like that? He doesn't use Messenger. He uses an encrypted app.
He uses an encrypted app. I think he had like
and he uses like a dummy phone and shit probably too. There's probably layers of security for him.
I was gonna say for some reason I think like he like was either pushing for it or somehow on Discord like anonymously at one point, and that was like a big issue because he was like they were like you can't proxy yourself that hard like because you're Mark Zuckerberg, like you need to like have some transparency because you might like because like when you have a multi-billion-dollar company you might end up dictating the market if you slip up and you're like, hey, you should fuck like I don't like these guys, and everybody's like, oh well this guy like oh that's Zuckerberg, like yeah fucking buy stock whatever, it could influence people is what I'm getting at.
He should be able to do that.
No, you should. Well, I don't know
free market, baby.
there's actually
fuck the FCC. Or no, that's TV.
Yeah, the Federal Communications
FDIC.
Federal Department of
That's insurance for the banks.
You're talking about the security.
SEC?
Yeah, the security
my
exchange.
bad.
Southern.
This is SEC football.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing? Is that Southeastern Conference?
Southeastern Conference.
I was like, is this sponsored by the stock market?
Arizona State's playing Texas A&M.
There's a bunch of Wall Street guys.
Dude's shorting the game. Sell. That makes no sense. I don't fucking know. We're
fine.
We're both
We're having fun.
Yeah, we're riffing. We're fucking trying
Just don't even chop this. Like, just run it straight through. I don't care if
I'm liking this because this keeps us like on.
It leaves your editing.
Yeah.
It doesn't prevent us from sucking. Like that 10-minute segment of us complaining to each other about shorts and why isn't this working? This is why it's not working. No, this is gay. Like that's not good content.
That
but
is
like,
good content.
It's in there. Who cares? Like
yeah, fuck it.
Because if we got to do a tight hour and like.
Which speaking of which,
we used to do 2 hours and then Joe would only post like an hour and 10. It's just like fuck, like what the fuck, like but it's because we wouldn't be live, so we'd be saying off the wall shit. But if we throw this on live, then it kind of is like putting bumpers on the bowling alley. It's like you kind of have to watch what you say a bit.
We got a viewer.
Oh, what's up, Johnny?
Johnny. I watched a good movie yesterday. You want to do like a quick movie segment? It's like 3:38.
We got time.
Oh, we got time.
Tina just finished up, so I think I still got a pretty good amount of time.
Okay, right on.
Before we go into movie segment, she has been diving hard into Breaking Bad. She's in the middle of season 3 in like 10 days. She watches like 2 eps a night while I'm laying with the baby.
Yikes.
She's buzzing through it. You don't have to go into your tangent why it sucks because I'm watching like maybe 1 episode a season. Like I keep just jumping in at random points and I'm like, I don't remember any of this. I haven't watched it in 10 years. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Joe ruined this for me because I tried to do a rewatch and like I couldn't get through it. But I'm watching it now and I'm enjoying it. I'm back to being like a dumb sheep where I'm like, this is good programming.
Well,
but
no,
you could go on 1 5-minute rant and I'll be like, Tina, this show sucks.
No,
like,
you're
I'm enjoying it a lot.
You're
like,
processing it the way it's meant to be processed. I think I binge watched it and that's why I ruined it. But actually, my bowling, the one dude that saw Ben,
she's binge watching and she's loving it. So,
well,
or do you mean like binge watching like killing the whole show in like 5 days?
Yeah, like that.
yeah, she's watching like 1 to 2 episodes.
No, that's an appropriate way of watching because you get like a little recap of like what you saw the night before, and then like the nice zesty meat of it, and then it's like a little cliffhanger for where you're going into tomorrow. Like that, she's doing it. I watched it like 7 episodes a day, and then like go take a 2-hour nap, and then get up, like text you for an hour about how stupid it is, and then like another 7 episodes.
It is fun to when you've got the free time to just dive into a fucking series
I'm
like that.
I'm currently doing that right now.
It's the best, dude. You just get lost in this other world, and you're like, my life stinks, dude. I wish I was Ray Donovan.
Well, I recently started rewatching the X-Files again. Shout out Lee for I think he's rewatching it too, or we were just watching it at the same time. But that show,
the fudge of Y-Files or something.
the fucking Xenophiles, fucking hating everybody.
Why not the never mind.
Go ahead.
The blank files.
Yep.
The blanco files.
The N files.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the P files.
You can say pedophile.
I know you can, but
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
it's not good for the algorithm, man.
whatever. Pedophile. Epstein.
With Uncle Paul.
Suicide. What other words can't you say? Well, anyway. So the N files. No, the X,
J files.
the the F files. I'm fucking wasted.
The Z files fucking zoted. Boo. So you're watching the X Files.
Premium
I'm gonna
content.
bring it right back around. Folks.
Yeah. So all right, there we
steering
go.
the ship for
X Files. So I think Chris Carter, I forget who, Terry Gilligan or Chris Carter, someone that had to do. I forget if it was Gilligan had something to do with the X Files or Carter had something to do with Breaking Bad. But there was some crossover there. So rewatching the X Files, I'm now watching it with a little bit more like of the Breaking Bad air
Lens.
and the X-Files just shits on Breaking Bad. And it's like, I know exactly why I didn't like Breaking Bad. And Ben is right there with me. There is only one likable character, well, two tolerable characters, one likable character. The tolerable characters are Saul. Saul is like the only redeeming fuck because he's real. He's a real character.
There's parts with Jesse where you're like, this guy doesn't really pull off meth head that well.
No,
he's
not
like
at all.
super handsome male model and like a fucking Foreman Mills fit, and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm buying this. Doesn't
No.
really look like a tweaker.
He does.
He gets better at it as he goes, but I was peeping in season 1 where it's like you could tell someone's like new to the role, and it's like this guy looks like a preppy douche in a costume. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's like you literally just went down to like fucking Detailer or whatever that place is, the hood, the urban store, and
Yeah.
just like pulled out the fucking company card, like ring him up, like.
Yeah.
But no, so I like Saul, and then I like Mike, and those are the only two
Mike's
characters.
great.
Yeah, Mike's the only.
I like Gus Frayne.
Nah, didn't do it for me.
I like the hiding in plain sight, like chicken guy who's moving fucking buckets of meth across the country. Like
Bodies.
there's something like cool that he goes on this, like he's been getting away with it for 20 years and no one has any idea. Like I don't know, he plays like this nerdy dude, but he's just gangster as fuck. Like I love the part where him and Walter sit down at his house for dinner and shit, like when they're getting deeper. I don't know, interesting character. I liked him. I like Walter. Skyler's a bitch.
I hate
His son
Walter.
is like
I hate his
fucking-
son. I hate Hank. Hank sucks.
I love
Hank's
Hank,
a
dude.
fucking miserable.
We're at
twat.
the point now where Hank's like starting to snap.
Yeah.
And he's like,
What season's she on?
it's a 3.5.
Oh, so dude,
So he's like, he's starting to tweak out and be like, I'm gonna find. He's reminding me of Mr. Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents, where he's like Heisenberg. Like he's just like everyone's like, dude, you gotta let it go. You gotta move on to Texas or whatever. And he's like, no, I just gotta stay. And I'm finding leads. Like there's 29 RVs in the state. I'm gonna fucking go door to door until I find the RV. I'm like, he's
spazzing.
literally snapping out, and I'm like, I'm enjoying watching him like be a dick to people. I'm like, I have Hank's temperament.
Yeah, well, the one episode where I forget the guy's name. It's the guy. He's got like a girl name. It's the other smart meth cook that Jesse ends up shooting in the face, and it's like that's between two seasons. When
His name
Hank
was like not Skylar, fucking.
it's like Lindsay or something,
Yeah.
gay like that. But yeah,
Kelly. I think it was Kelly.
Kelly. Okay, so when there's the episode where Jesse, it's like the beginning is like Jesse just walks in and plugs him. I forget if it's the end of season 3 or the beginning of season 4. But then Hank comes over and he's like, "Oh, we got this evidence too. By the way, look at what a dork this guy."
Him dancing around.
No, it's him singing karaoke to a very good song called "Major Tom" by Peter Schilling. That's the name of the song.
I remember not liking the song.
That song rules.
It's like,
it's
I thought he was like dancing around while he's singing.
yeah,
or whatever.
he's singing karaoke, but it's like really awkward. He's got a green screen behind him. That's what the Blacktooth podcast is gonna look like. Us doing karaoke for fucking.
There's other things where I don't think there was someone on Breaking Bad from Sopranos, but someone's made a comment being like, there is no Breaking Bad without Sopranos. And there's a couple homages, like Skyler does the Happy Birthday, Mr. President thing, which it's been done in a million films.
Do you know where that's from?
It's Marilyn Monroe singing the president. Yeah, but
it's from a movie called. I just actually looked this up. It's from a movie. It was the movie that Marilyn Monroe got the divorce from Joe DiMaggio from. Because she walked in front of the thing.
blew up.
blew up her, and then she actually.
I thought that was just her in real life.
No, that was it was a publicity stunt for a movie. But then the Mr. President thing was in the movie as well. But she did that for Kennedy too.
Yeah, I thought it was just a real clip. I didn't know. I thought it was literally just her singing to the actual president.
There's like one where she's in a dress, and then there's one where she's in a skin tight suit, and that's the one where she's a president. Yeah, she's a whore. But
she showed her ankles. But the old lady does it in The Sopranos to Tony. It's like his dad's gumad or whatever, and it's this most uncomfortable fucking scene where she's like, "Happy birthday." She's like 73. Tony's just looking at her like, I don't think I'm gonna stay for coffee, hon.
I like the beginning when Jackie Aprile is in the hospital and he brings in the nurse. And
I got you fucking prick.
He dies like immediately after,
like 3 days later. It's the best when you're first watching that. You're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden tits pop out and you're like, what the fuck?
I have no idea what's going on in like the first episode of that show, or like the first 3 episodes of that show, until I like rewatched it for the 3rd time. I was like, okay, I know who all these people are and I kind of get what's going on better. But
I meant just that scene specifically. You're like, why is this nurse like rubbing her fucking jugs in this guy's face? And then one pops out and you're like, oh, she's a stripper.
well, there's like a couple of scenes where like it's like the 2nd episode, I think, where Chrissy's smoking a cigarette and he's fucking using a dumbbell, and I was like, is this guy for fucking? And it's like, oh, he's just an idiot. Like, but they don't really explain like how dumb he is. Like, because
he's the best.
He's great. No, he's phenomenal. He's the best.
I don't need to fucking turn this into Sopranos again. We can keep going Breaking Bad. Well, but just Joe hated it, and I'm
like I said, I'm
enjoying it I'm pleasantly surprised I'm enjoying it, because I remember I watched it 10 years ago, and then like 8 years ago, you're like, this show stinks. I was like, no, I love Breaking Bad. Let me rewatch it. And you just like ruined it for me. And I'm at the point now where I don't even remember your rant. So it's like I can watch it with a clean slate, and like I'm actually really enjoying it.
What do you say?
Legend, get your dog on the live.
Oh, she's already here.
She's laying down.
She's passed out. No, like I said, like after watching X-Files with the lens of like Breaking Bad, it was like that was the only thing that I really don't think I liked about Breaking Bad. Like it is like
what?
The characters are both underwritten and that they're not likable, and it's like the X-Files does have this like same feel, like it moves the same way that Breaking Bad moves, where there's an overarching story, it's very episodical in between, but then there's like these episodes that kind of like bleed into one another very delicately, kind of like the way that like a couple of the like later like season 3 and season 4, I'm thinking a lot of like season 5 is just like that could be a movie, honestly, like but it's long and it does its justice.
Did you ever watch the after movie?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I thought that was great. I was very pleased with that movie, because
I need to give Breaking Bad a good watch, because like I said, I'm watching 1 episode per season as I chime in, but I want to watch it straight through again and then watch that movie, because I was like, the movie came out and I'm like, I haven't seen this in like 8 years, so it's not gonna be fresh. I'm not.
El Camino, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It was good. I remember watching it and being like, this is like because it does feel like kind of like fan fiction to it, but it's like good. It's well written.
And then do you like Better Call Saul?
From what I've seen, I never really got into it. I just like the Saul and Mike are both in it, so like I gave it a chance and I was like, it was good. I just picked it up or put it down.
I tried to watch it right after Breaking Bad, and I think I was too burnt out on those characters and stuff that I was like, this isn't Breaking Bad. It's not the same. Like, yeah.
Well, like I said, like there's like the writing of the X-Files is very much so like they're very complementary of one another. Like Breaking Bad and the X-Files have like a very similar like story arc. Like not like the situations are the same, but like the way that there's like this big problem, and then there's like these little like kind of like minuscule problems, and then there's like these small immediate problems, and like sometimes they like kind of complement each other like nicely, like how the like Kristen Ritter's character, I can't remember what she does exactly. I know she's jamming up Jesse, and like she's on heroin, and that's how like she dies.
We saw that last night.
Yeah, so like I just remember there being like a bigger problem with her, like they have to like either cook more and she's jamming Jesse up or something, and
she's trying to get Jesse to quit, and she wants they had like $1 million sale, so she wants his $500,000, and Walter was holding it for him until he got clean, in his best interest. Like he wasn't gonna fuck him over. He was like, I'm not giving an active heroin addict $500,000, you'll be dead tomorrow type thing. Yeah. And she called blackmailing him, saying like, if you don't give Jesse his money that's owed to him, then you're a teacher, you're a family man, like you're fucked. She was a bitch. And then like the whole thing where he runs into his dad at the bar, or her dad at the bar, just by chance, and they end up talking. And then Walter basically just lets her die right after that conversation. That was inspired by her dad because he was like, well, what do I do? And he's like, never give up on him or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to go there right now or whatever.
Give up on her.
And then he fucking... It was crazy. And the first time I watched it, I don't remember Walter saying... She starts choking and he goes, no, 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 no. And he was about to save her. I don't remember that part. I remembered it that he was stone cold the whole time and was just like, die, bitch. But he had panic. He ran over and was like about to save her. And then like it shows his face and he's like... this has to be done. Yeah. But you could tell he was fucked up about it. I remembered it differently, that he was like evil Heisenberg, like just die, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, it was just
it's very small in detail where he was just like no, 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 was like about to save her, and then
like I said, I think of like the logic of it. I don't want to get into that. It's like the logic of the show is just fucking stupid. If he was smart, he would have just fucking not gone in the first place. I forget why he was like I know there was like a motivation for me saying that was stupid when I said it. I don't want to fucking try and reconjure why, but what I'm getting at is that like I like that is like a situation in the show where there's like a bigger thing going on, but then like there's this like little instance where it's like just him and her, and like that like really sticks out. It's like I don't even really remember what the overarching story was, but that moment was like profound.
It became this onion where like
yeah.
Then the dad of the girl relapsed on booze or something, and he was like drunk on the job as an air traffic controller and like caused like 167 people to die in a fucking airplane crash.
Oh yeah, I remember
and
that
there's
episode.
Like plane parts falling into Walter's pool and shit.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then like the season later, it's like he's in the car and he's listening to the radio, and it's like Matt Smith, the air traffic controller who caused the accident where 167 people died, has died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and Walter just fucking turns off the radio and is just like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
So that little aspect of it is what I think is like why the X-Files works better than Breaking Bad. And I highly encourage you to watch it. I know you don't really have time to like fucking sit down and start watching.
Now, is X-Files sci-fi?
Yeah.
I don't like sci-fi at all.
I kind of figured
not even remotely.
But it's about the FBI, so there's like some mob interplay in a lot of the episodes, especially in the early seasons. There's an episode where they go to Atlantic City.
Mob and aliens.
It's not mob and aliens. It's not aliens.
Sci-fi, I just picture aliens.
What
subcategory of sci-fi are we in?
All right, so it is aliens. But there's more to it. There's more to it than that. Like it's
deeper than that, dude.
Well, like it's like you say, like, oh, what's Breaking Bad about? Well, meth dealer. It's like, but no, it's like there's more to it than that. Like true crime. Like, but the overarching story is that Mulder is David Duchovny, and he's like kind of a nerd outcast in the FBI, and like all like the Laxbro FBI guys are like, this dork lives in the basement and like trying to open these files that they have sealed for like a reason, like they just don't need to be investigated. But he's like, no, the truth is in these files, and like the subject is X-Files. So like he's like a dork, but then
Area 51 did have.
But then like Scully is like this like top of her class. She's like a medical examiner, but like she's like a coroner, does like autopsies and stuff like that. So like throughout the show, like they just, to punish her, they put her with Mulder, but then she actually like starts to see that this guy is like not really just a crackpot conspiracy theory looking to like confirm conspiracies. Like he's actually interested in the truth, because it's like the deeper you go, it's like, oh well, why does he want to like, why is he so fixated on finding like and closing these cases? It's like because he's hoping that after having an extraterrestrial experience as a kid, and where his sister was abducted, that he can find his sister, and then the show kind of like springboards into that. Like, but it
sounds pretty gay.
It's very gay. But there's like it's the characters are so much more likable than Breaking Bad, where it's like I know they're deliberately.
And likable how? Are they better acted?
No. So like in Breaking Bad,
just
like
more believable.
Like
or?
Walt is like supposed to kind of lure you in, because like in the beginning he starts with like these humble beginnings, and then his metamorphosis is into this like twisted character of like
it becomes pretty gay, where like he starts to think like he's the shit.
Yeah, like
when Jesse pulls up with some meth and he's like, I made this blue meth, like I want to give you your half or whatever. He's like, this is an inferior product, I will not lend my name to the blah blah. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking,
like it's
this
one thing
is not Heisenberg.
It's one thing to have like ideals or standards or principles or whatever, but like his were like so weird.
He
and, like
really was feeling himself.
Yeah,
at a certain point.
So, but like it's like regardless, like the characters all had like trajectories, but like they're all just
arc?
They're just unlikable. Like in The Sopranos, Tony's a bad guy. Like he's not supposed to be someone like on paper. Like I mean, for us, I like that shit, but
that's
like,
your opinion. Though.
No. But they're not likable. They're deliberately bad people. Skylar is a bitch. The kid, even though he's got like good intentions,
there is parts where I like Skylar. Like
I hate her. She's never fun. Like she's never a fun part of that show. She's the Melfi scenes of Breaking Bad.
When they get into the car wash and she's like helping wash money, and she kind of like after the affair, she like there's parts where it's like she's not that bad. And then in the end, she's lame.
Yeah, like I said, it's like the characters don't give you anything other than like
I
really
like Hank though, and you say Hank's unlikable, and I just think he's just like a dumbass.
He's dumb. He's too dumb to be like a cop of that like a cop on that echelon. But
I do like Jesse, even though it's like
he's a caricature of a I
like his tweaker buddies, Badger and fucking the other Turbo or whatever. Those guys were fucking great.
They're pretty good.
Skinny.
They're like comic relief. Like everybody that's like a comic relief in that show is fucking awesome too. Because there's
Turbo gets shot by some like 12-year-old on a bicycle, dude.
DJ Qualis arrested him. Like that's the only character I really like. DJ Qualis is the skinny guy from the new guy. He walks up. He's like, "Come on, man, I just want a teeth. Can't you just get a teeth?" Yeah. Like, how dumb are you? It's just these like throwaway characters. The best part of that, but like. In the X-Files, the characters, it's not that they're better acted. It's not that they're like there's anything better about them subjectively. Like, you can hate them for all I care. You might hate Mulder for being a nerd. You might hate Scully for being a bitch. Like, you might hate, like, but there's like these, the nuance of their character is like, they never deviate. They don't have to go through this metamorphosis that like Walter or Hank or like Skyler or even like, Walt Jr. go, like they don't, Gus even, like where Gus, like, he kind of like, I don't think he like softens, but he does kind of like definitely become like unhinged to a point of like, I have no idea what's going on with him.
He just like murders all of the cartel people and you're like, all right, this is going to go badly.
Yeah, it was like, that's not soft. That's hard behavior. But like, what the fuck? Like, you're
not soft. He started going like, he stared going full tilt. Like he started going completely out of character.
Like I was gonna say, like trying to overcompensate is why. Like, but
they think I'm soft. I'm gonna murder everyone now.
Yeah, exactly. Like they think they could fuck me over, like they did in the like. So it's not that it's unforeseen. It's just the characters in the X-Files are just consistent. They learn, but they're consistent. It's not like they have to do these dramatic like 180s. And then at one point, the guy, the liquid Terminator from Terminator 2, the guy's name is Robert Patrick.
Never seen any of the Terminators.
All right, he was. He's the guy that owns the sports store in The Sopranos that's going to kill himself on the pool table with the pistol.
Oh, he's the best.
Robert Patrick, yeah. So that guy shows up in the X-Files in like the later seasons because they just abduct Mulder by aliens for like two whole seasons, and then they give the FBI like has this whole different dynamic now, and like this asshole has to come in and like Scully, who already isn't interested in the FBI, like the paranormal shit, has to like now carry Mulder's torch, and then there's like he's learning. It's so fucking good because the characters never really like grow. They just kind of learn just enough to make it entertaining, and then like it's so much like
these aliens are into us 4 boxes of ziti.
Dude, I can see Paulie Walnuts being in the one episode. There's like one with
satanic black magic.
Giovanni Ribisi and Jack Black are in an episode where they're working in an arcade, and there's like an electrical storm or something where they end up becoming like able to manipulate electricity.
Is this a young Jack Black? Like, how old is this?
It's like 92, 93 maybe. So like Jack Black's like kind of skinny and like funny.
He was funny then.
And then Giovanni Ribisi's a fucking baby. Like he's like,
I don't know who that is. I can't picture his face.
Boiler Room. He's like,
I'm sure I would recognize him.
You've seen Ted, right?
Yeah.
All right, he's the bad guy in Ted. He's the guy that's trying to steal the teddy bear from Mark Wahlberg or whatever. All right, so
there's so many shits I've seen that I remember it was Teddy Bear and Mark Wahlberg and they smoked weed together. I don't remember the plot at all.
Mila Kunis was hot as fuck. That's all I remember.
Mark Wahlberg was looking pretty nice too.
He's punching Vietnamese guys.
I can get behind that.
But yeah, like that was my rant on it. I love that. Like that
watch the X-Files.
The episode that I was referencing is like I could see Paulie Walnuts being the guy that those two kill because there's like a guy that gets into a truck and they just like kill him with electricity or whatever. But I could be like, hey, Tone, these fucking kids are shooting fucking lightning out of their ass.
Did you ever see? You reminded me of this young Jack Black. Did you ever see the movie Airborne?
Yeah, where he goes to live with Jack Black in his mom's basement or whatever.
I don't remember if did he live with Jack Black?
I think it was his cousin because I know he goes to live with his cousin. I forget if Jack Black.
No, I think Jack Black was just a friend on the hockey team or whatever, and they like did like extreme rollerblading too or some shit.
Well, no, that was the plot. Like the kid was from like California. And he gets sent
like,
because
brah, and he's like, he just called you a piece of lady's underwear or whatever. He had these little funny. Because he's that young, goofy. He's still goofy and old now, but like he was I don't know. I think that was one of his first movies, actually. And he was funny. He just plays like the fat idiot. Like in the big race at the end, he like skates off the course into a tree or something. He's like, like
he's in Biodome too. Him and Gas, whatever the Tenacious D guy's name is, Kyle Gass, I think his name is.
I saw like bits and pieces of Tenacious D and I loved it.
I fucking hate it. I'm not a guitarist. I don't care about Tenacious D.
I watched the bits and pieces when I was actively playing guitar, and I was like, this shreds.
That's just it. Like it doesn't translate for me. It's like when people like I have friends that are really good guitarists, really talented. Camille is a talented guitarist. Like
he rips.
And like there's stuff that like guitar, it's like the forbidden riff or whatever. If you walk into Guitar Center and start playing Stairway to Heaven, they kick you out. Like funny, like, but it just.
That was one of the last songs I learned.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to fire her up real quick?
Let's go to Guitar Center.
Just get one right over there.
No, I don't remember it. This was 8th grade, but that was like the last song. One of the last songs the guy taught me. I did like weekly lessons for like a year or two. I was pretty good. I don't remember any of it. Too many hits to the head in football and shit. I started playing ice hockey and I was like, fuck guitar lessons, dude. Like,
yeah.
And then it's weird how you stop, like you stop riding a bike, you always remember how to ride a bike. I didn't play guitar for like 3 or 4 years, and then I tried to pick it up and I was like, I suck again. Like, it's literally starting from square one. I can do power chords, but like as far as like my fingers don't have the same
dexterity
at all, because I used to do finger exercises every day where you go up and down, up and down, up and down to my butthole.
Shoving the guitar.
My farts keep falling out, Mom. I don't know why. I'm doing my finger exercises.
All of my turds are just wandering out.
They look like hockey pucks.
Oh, dude, I got Dollar General cereal, and there's like Fruity Pebbles with fucking it's Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows in it. It's pretty good, but yeah, man, I've been just shitting piles. Like it's just.
Oh, if you load up on cereal, dude, that comes out the other end. That's like dog kibble for humans.
Oh, it's so bad for you.
Dude, there's piles.
It's literally piles. Like it's like you just sit down and it's like I feel like everything's gone. You stand up, it's like there was no shape to that.
I ate so much food last night that I'm pretty regular. I'm a morning shitter. I wake up, usually got to take a shit in the morning. Maybe a second dump later in the day, typically not. I ate so much food last night that I stayed up late. I was up till about 3, and it's like 3 a.m. I'm like, let me take a leak before I go to bed. And I was like, I think I got shit. Like I'd pushed, I guess, that much through that like my morning shit was ready at fucking 3 a.m. And it was huge. Like it was like my morning dump before bed, and I'm like, this is gonna fuck the whole routine up.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm taking a dump at noon today. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, dude? My whole poop calendar's off now. But I ate almost a whole mega machete.
Damn.
It was
those big burritos, right?
It's like a quesadilla, but it's long.
Okay.
I had to look up what it was. I don't know. It looked like the size of like a big hoagie in the picture, and then I got there and it was literally like no bullshit, like this long. It was the width of my fucking car. Like, he handed me the bag, like the empanadas and the tacos, where I'm like, all right, cool. I was about to walk out. He's like, no, here's the machete. It's a piece of foil like this big on the line. I thought that was the foil he was gonna like fold up over it.
Yeah, that's it.
He picked it up and walked over. I started cracking up. I was like, holy cow!
This guy
I didn't want to curse, so I was like, holy cow! Gee willikers!
Gee whiz, that's a pretty big rifle case you got there.
Mierda! Adios, mijo.
Chupa mi verga.
Oh, dude, it was huge. Shout out to Los Machetes in Marmora or whatever. They're fucking good. Go there. But you ever order at a Spanish place and like, I took Spanish class for years. I know how to pronounce the words properly, but I don't have the confidence to do it with an actual Spanish-speaking person. You know what I mean?
Why? So I just pretty friendly.
They know I'm a gringo, so if I'm like, let me get los enchiladas, like it's just like it sounds like you're code switching with a black dude, like, yo, what's up, homie? Like it's like I know how to sound like a black dude. Here. So I just gringo it up. I'm like, can I get Los Pollo de Tienesa?
That's exactly how I do it too.
Because it's like I want to sound. I don't want to fucking.
No. Because like if you try to put the little zest on it, they sometimes look at you funny because they'll think you actually might know how to. Like because there's like Louis C.K. white people that speak Spanish.
Knew Spanish, sure, but I don't know Spanish that well.
My buddy Will from North Carolina speaks fluent Spanish, and he's like the key to it. He does it to girls too. He gets fucking so well. I guess he's married now, but he
used to crush so much Spanish poontang.
He would fucking tell me that like there's like this chick that just showed up at his house one night. He's like, yeah, she doesn't really speak English. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I fucking like, but she's like, she was like using like, you know, like trying to talking, but like doesn't really like not much. Like, you know, how are you? Yeah, like how are you? Good.
Hola,
how are you,
senora?
But Will comes out.
Joe.
He just goes, yo tengo quieres por favor. Like, you know, just like, but he's got that deep southern drawl, but like, yeah, just speak like that. So it's like, what do you want to say?
Will's got like a hot voice too.
Yeah, that's. But
soaking panties. He's just like, how you doing, sweetheart?
But like when I like want to speak Spanish, if I have to like actually ask someone, I just use my regular ass voice and sound like that. Like sound like.
But you know the pronunciations and shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's like dos tacos, por favor. Like if like, but they're like they look at me like a gringo, but like they're gonna look at you like a gringo. It's like dos tacos, por favor, si, senor, enchilada. Like
me llamo, blah blah blah. Like it's just like not
like
gonna work.
It's usually there's like 2 or 3 things that like if I have to say something in Spanish, like abre la puerta.
The one who was like milanesa, and I was like.
Milanesa?
Tortas de milanesa, please. Like it's just like I purposely was saying it wrong, and then I
dos
got
tortas de milanesa, por favor.
Yeah, I don't even say. I don't say like dos. I'm like, can I get one tortas de milanesa? Even though I know it's like
quieres la chucha, por favor.
Milanesa.
Yeah, dude, you can really roll those R's, dude. You should just like take like a quick.
I took Spanish for 12 years.
But like take like a quick Duolingo refresher, man. You can fucking really.
Oh no, I can speak Spanish at like a 2nd grade level. If I got
go to Mexico and be outsmarting everybody,
just sucking my uncle's penis in Mexico.
What? I don't know. Your Tio. Tio, come here.
I speak at a 2nd grade level, so I just thought I would get taken advantage of. I don't know. It was a bad correlation.
Oh, god damn, that went over.
Tio Paolo.
That went way over my head. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. That was way funny. That was way funnier.
Tio Paolo.
Tio Paolo.
But yeah, I don't. It's a weird. Like you don't want to sound like a douche because especially if you do try to do the accent and you're doing it wrong, that'd probably be more embarrassing.
Here, like when I was staying at the hotel, we had Spanish speaking maids, and I just said gracias a couple times, and then when they came in, but then we had a Russian speaking maid, or Jay said she was Russian. I couldn't really see her, so I couldn't like give her the old like once over, be like, okay.
You ever said a gracias to a Mexi like coming in behind? You hold the door from at Wawa and you hit him with the gracias. Sometimes it doesn't go over there. They're just like, yeah, fuck you, man. Like I speak English, buddy.
No,
like,
it's usually if I bump into them at like, cause you know how like the Mexicans always have like 7 coffees with them. I like accidentally
just the one guy from the paint company.
Oh, dude, the shortest guy that they can
the
find.
Shortest Mexican
the
sausage,
shortest, widest fucking chorizo of a human being. He's walking in there. He's got 2 of the fucking little 4-holder cups in there.
He's paying with like $1 bills and change and shit.
Dude, he's paying on.
They're always paying cash.
Paying on a fucking debit card that doesn't even have a chip in it. He's got to swipe in and forgets the fucking
the strip
number.
Doesn't work, man.
It's like in 2 pieces.
Can you enter the numbers?
But yeah, usually like if I hit one of them while they're like, they're fucking like, they're dressing up all the coffees, I'll hit one of them by it'll be like Lo Siento, and they're like, see, like
yeah,
like Breno, like yeah, they're good, like holy shit.
Yeah, I feel like I might not even before when I was fresh 18, I knew 2nd grade Spanish. Now I know like job site Spanish, where it's like hammer, derecha.
Do they ever fuck with you and go pendejo? Like you asking for something like what is this chucha?
Yeah. Not really, because I knew.
Oh, yeah.
I was the one where they would say Spanish stuff to me, and I would, like, comprehend bits and pieces of it enough to, like, kind of put it together.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the other gringos were just like...
They just stare at you.
No fucking idea. Or they're like... I'm like, I know what you just said. Like, I know that wasn't favorable towards me. Like,
yeah.
I may not know fully, but I know you were just talking shit.
Well, a couple episodes back... Well, like, I guess a year ago at this point. Wow, thanks for the fucking...
Round of applause.
Yeah, that one.
We've been doing this for 2 years.
There
was a memory. I don't think we've been uploading consistently for that long, but there was a thing that came up. We were recording The Office 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I think it was probably like a 30-second throwaway or 30-minute throwaway. Like we didn't do full long forms until about a year ago.
Yeah, still
like,
though
consistently.
We've been at this for a while, but
we're getting nowhere.
Yeah, still
it's starting to pick up slowly. Well, yeah, it goes without saying, but it's definitely starting to pick up slowly. It's exciting to see videos getting 200+ views versus before we get
670 on that reel. That just blew my mind. Like honestly,
so we got to get on the reels, even if it's poorly formatted. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Like this is better. This is a good start. But anyway, back to that. So when I used to say that, I worked in kitchens, and then like when I worked on the job site, like same exact thing. Where it's like I understand what you're saying, but it's like I can't really retaliate in Spanish. I just have to call you a fucking brown nose, and like fucking that'll be it. Like, but
how do you say that?
Just that, like, be like, no, you're a fucking brown nose. Shut up.
I thought you knew the color, like mierda naranja.
Yeah,
that's orange. But
cabeza de
that's face.
Cabeza de mierda.
How the fuck do you say nose?
I don't know. Tonga? No, that's
thong. Tatanka.
That's thong. Tatanka. Buffalo.
I know eyes are ojos. This is it's fine. Someone here speaks Spanish and they're probably like, these guys are fucking retarded. Like
all the bots are like, no, we only speak Chinese.
I forget years too. I don't remember it, and it's all those. I remember all the dumb stuff you learned in class. You know what I mean? Like the very, I capped out at Spanish too.
Here,
I have the very root basics of
Our Canadian followers will like this because Mateo gets the privilege of being able to say cat in both Spanish and French because cat in Spanish is gâteau, and then cake in French is gâteau, which is funny to me. I don't know how that... Because there's like cognates.
I want to eat a large cat.
Yeah, I want to have a large pussy. That's a very French thing to do. They eat horses over there, too. Oh, man, when I was in Germany, they fucking had horse meat and canned horse meat.
It's probably good.
It's probably delicious.
Who cares? I would eat it. Fuck it.
I don't know about eating sea biscuit.
I went fucking... When I did the carnivore diet and stuff, and then I was just like, I don't think eating dogs is that weird.
I'm drawing the line there. Absolutely.
If you're hungry and people are starving,
okay.
It's
if you're if it's like fucking alive, where you're like your plane crashes.
I don't know.
Do you want to eat Rocky? How would you prepare Rocky? Deep fried?
Just fucking throw him in the oven.
Just do that anyway for fun.
Yeah, just gonna make me mad one day, and I'm gonna go full like crazy mom drowning her kids in the bathtub just with Rocky. I'm gonna give him a bath. God damn it, stop barking. It's 2 a.m. No.
Like, wait.
Obviously, eating dog. I don't want to end on, like, I don't think eating dogs is weird, but, like,
no.
I don't. People, I don't know. I think that animals, like, I don't think there's anything. I don't think that there's anything off limits. It's just like, I don't know. Like, it's like that vegan argument where you eat a cow, you wouldn't eat a cat. It's just like, no, I would fucking eat a cat. If someone had a cat prepared. Yeah, and it looked good, I'd fucking try some. I would eat horse meat. Yeah. If there was some deep fried dog meat, the dog's already dead. Yeah. No. I might try a bite. It's probably not good.
I often say I never.
It's probably gamey as fuck.
I was gonna say, like, I often say if like someone presents me with a new cuisine as a cook, I'm obligated to fucking
like
try
alligator.
it. It's like
not even just pets. Like there's other weird animals. Snake,
ostrich.
Alligator.
Ostrich is a fucking weird.
I'm gonna fucking try it. Like
why their wings are really good.
Why the fuck are we limited to only cows and pigs? I do have to wrap up.
I know. All right, so we'll end on this note. I miss that back in the day they didn't like we used to have more urban legends because before the internet there was shit that you couldn't just Google, like where someone would say it and like shit would like snowball. And then you end up like hearing these like urban like legends that are just like concocted from like some sick fourth grader's brain. And the one that really just you jogged my memory for was that there's this kid Mike that I was friends with in fourth grade, and he just spread this rumor for no reason on the bus that there was a kid in our middle school that used to go to our middle school and got arrested, and he's never coming back. And we're like, well, what did he do? That sounds pretty like heinous. And he's like, well, he wanted to play astronaut with his cat, so he wrapped his cat in tinfoil for it to be the space suit, and then put his cat in the microwave, which was the space shuttle, and turned it on to send it to space.
Sounds about Tuckahoe.
Yeah. It was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it was, yeah.
I think we talked about it here, a little different, but this one kid, his cat had kittens or something, and his dad was like, you can't keep those kittens. So he made them hold their heads and their bodies in the toilet, newborn kittens, and then flush the toilet, and the water was powerful enough to spin their necks around.
Oh my God.
Now, whether this actually took place or not, I don't know. I kind of believed him.
Try Googling that.
We were in like third grade.
Your lady's calling.
Yeah, right.
I know.
We were in like third grade, and I was like, I kind of believe this kid. Like, if you knew who it was, you'd be like, yeah, he probably did that. Yeah. But, all right. Thanks for listening, folks.
Buy the Patreon, you faggots.
Hold on, Doug.
Hi.
Hey, I'm about to leave Joe's now. He's going to give me a ride to get the car.
Oh, I thought you left earlier.
No, we were doing the podcast for an hour and then going to leave. I was supposed to leave 10 minutes ago, but we're wrapping up now. I was trying to see.
All right.
This is the Patreon content, Tina.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you're on the air, live.
Oh, great. I'll get cropped anyway.
Do you have anything to plug?
You'll get what?
I'm going to get cropped out anyway.
How are you going to crop you out of audio?
Well, you are live, too, so there's no cropping you out of live.
All right, well, update. I want to take Vincent to get some water ice because Graham's going.
Okay. I can meet you wherever after I get my car. I just got to...
All right, well, Godspeed.
All right, I'll call you when I...
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Love you.
Oh, thank you. All right, bye.
Bye. Tina Pareca.
The Godspeed thing. The one night I had to make haste. I had to
make waste.
Well, that's every night. No, I had to get something done quickly. It was like I had to get to Acme before they closed or something weird like that. And she said Godspeed. She texted me before I left and said Godspeed. And I was like, you don't know what that means, do you? Like, I'm not going on like a plane mission. Like that
Yes,
means
you're on
like
a plane mission.
She meant it like get this done quickly, and I was
Yeah.
like, no, that means like
Good luck.
like be safe or whatever. Like don't die. And I was like, do you think I'm gonna do like 100 down
Yes.
Tuckahoe Road to make it to shop right before it closed? Because I'm gonna. I don't know why this is flickering like that, but yeah, it's been a running joke now. She'll just say it all the time. Be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to run to Dollar General and get some toilet paper. She's like, Godspeed. And I'm like, this isn't like a dangerous mission, Tina.
Oh, you're sending me into every territory. You're going to the dark side of town. Got to cross those tracks.
Which side of town is that? Not very.
Woodbine.
All right, I'm punching out.